The following program is a collection of stooges talking about the happenings in the automotive detailing industry. It is meant to be comedic and informative. The opinions expressed on the show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their boss, or their ad partners. There may be some cuss words because that's how grown-ups talk in the real world. If you are a young, please seek permission before watching or listening any further.
Welcome to the Detail Solutions Podcast. My name is Alex Russell. That guy over there, the beard caster, Jason Bruno,
What's
Mr. Pain
going on?
Assassin, Immortal Guy. Dude, it's like every podcast you come up with some new name to call yourself.
Hey man, I'm just trying to brand myself. You know what I'm saying? Trying to make that money any way I can. I'll slut myself out. You know, I'll put
Yeah,
some sponsors on the back of my shirts. You
yeah.
know,
You
all
got to
at
do
me.
it, dude. You got to do it real. You got to tattoo it up. You got to get people to pay you to
Look,
tattoo their names or their
my
brands or.
my canvas. This canvas is beautiful, sexy, big canvas is expensive. So if you really want that tattoo on this beautiful piece of art, then you need to pay up.
Yeah,
How you
yeah.
doing?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
Fantastic, dude.
Dude, it
Fantastic.
feels like forever since we've done a podcast, even
It
though it's
really
just last
does.
week.
It really, dude. I don't know. Time's moving differently now for some
Yeah.
reason.
Well, and I didn't do one for the Sunday
Right.
because I was in Indianapolis freezing my nads off,
Mm.
minus 22 wind chill. Yeah, Florida boys don't play that. So,
No, sir. It felt like you were in Kansas City.
yeah, dude, I don't know, man. Thank God all the walking we had to do outside was only for about 5 minutes. So, like by the time it was really hitting me, like we were ducking inside somewhere.
Alex
So,
bundled up. He looked like the little brother from A Christmas Story
dude,
walking across the street, waddling and shit.
dude, we went to this fancy mall, and they had a store in there called Aritzia. It's like some, I don't know, like we shouldn't have even been in there, but the one of the other moms that we were with, like they could obviously afford to go in there, and they had these big giant puffer jackets, and like they had an extra giant one hanging in the window. It looked like the Zoe Zaldonado like T-Mobile commercial where she's in that big white jacket. So it was like that, but like imagine if it would cover her from head to toe. And I was trying to get the lady to pull it off the hanger and let Haley put it on and wear wear it around the store. I told her so the only thing is I said, you gotta be careful putting that on because Ghostbusters might pop out and try to try to get you
Good Lord,
stay
dude.
off Marshmallow Man. Oh man. All right, so let's jump into this, man. We've got a fun one tonight. We're gonna do some new MTE news. Hopefully, get some people excited.
New news.
It's only a couple days away. Yeah, new news.
I'm sorry. It just popped in my head, dude. Travis, don't sue me, bro. I'm sorry.
So we'll get into it, man. The detailsolutionspodcast.com. That's the website where you can go and find all of our links. Find out where you can listen to us. If you don't know where to listen to us, where you can watch us. We also have the preferred vendor page with our new ad sponsors on there. You can go check them out. Takes you. We got a link that'll take you right to their website where you can get either signed up with them or buy some product with them. You'll save a little bit of money, and in return, they'll keep spending money with us. And we hopefully will bring you that funny for the hashtag money funny. We also have the drip shop where you can go pick up some cool merchandise, the Kong shirts, the logo shirts, the hoodies, the hat, all that fun stuff. If you are watching us on YouTube, or if you are on YouTube and would like to watch us, the Detail Solutions podcast, we do live stream these to YouTube, and then we end up putting the videos up afterwards so that they're easier to find. And then we are also on the TikTok. The Detail Solutions pod is our handle over there. I need to get around to doing a live. I'm sure Stats is going to make some kind of comment about how the lives are awesome. But yeah, we got to do that. And oh, that's what I was going to introduce you as. I forgot. I wrote this down, but I wrote it at the bottom of my page. I was going to introduce you as the Not So Blackbeard from the Noxie episode.
You know, I embrace this, man. I mean, it looks fucking sexy. Like,
yeah, I mean, whatever.
You know, it can be like, yeah, I got the old experience. So I can be like, oh no, that one's too old too.
Yeah. And then again, you know, we're here to talk about Mobile Tech Expo. We're gonna hopefully talk about some cool things that are getting put into place. And
who the fuck is Carl?
And who? What?
Who's Carl and who's Zach?
I don't know. Who's Carl and who's Zach?
Do you have the
the chat open? No, I don't. I don't have the chat open. No, sorry.
I'm openly gray. I love it, dude. That's fucking great. Openly gray, baby. Michael fucking Turner with the zinger, dude. Absolutely.
Yeah. So if you have not yet bought your tickets to Mobile Tech Expo, what are you waiting for? The website is mobiletechexpo.com.
I'll tell you what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for the Gaylord to get cheaper.
Yeah, and don't hold your breath on that one. When you purchase your tickets, you can use the code DSP15. You'll save 15% off of your tickets, whether it's the education day, the expo day, or the combo. And then while you're there, go on over to the mobiletechexpo.com/golden-mic. And you know what you got to do. You got to nominate us. We got to win it this year. Got to do it for the fans, as they say. So please go like, share, follow, subscribe, hit that notification button anywhere that you are listening to us. Please leave us a review, and we'll be right back with Sheldon Kaye. Autobahn is a leading provider of tint, paint protection film, and ceramic coatings. Experience the transformation as you cool down your vehicle and elevate its curb appeal with Autobahn's window tint. Ditch rock chips and scratches by fortifying your paint with Autobahn's cutting-edge paint protection film. And for an additional safeguard, add a ceramic coating. Backed by an unwavering lifetime warranty, Autobahn's products form automotive armor with no limits. Visit autobahnfilms.com to delve deeper into the realm of automotive care and protection. All right, and we're back with Sheldon. How you doing, buddy?
Good. How about you guys?
Oh, you know, living the dream, as they say. I don't know whose dream, but I'm living it.
We're all part of it.
Yeah, exactly. So we know we only have you for a certain amount of time because, as everybody can see in the background, the nice, beautiful hotel, you're in Vegas getting ready to set up another show. So, so we don't want to take too much time. So I'm going to let Jason go ahead and take over this part of the deal because this is his big announcement, I feel like. So
I mean, it's an announcement. It ain't huge. It's just an
I think it's
announcement.
pretty huge, dude. You've been
In the
you've been
title, it says
begging
it's
and
special. It's all
pleading.
caps special. It better be kind of.
Yeah, you've been begging and pleading for this for like 2 years. Come on.
3.
3 years?
Well,
Okay.
2.5. We'll say 2.5.
2.5, okay.
All right. So, like I said, I've been trying to get this into the works for like 2.5 years. Been kind of bugging Sheldon to do it for a while, and I think it's due to partly the detailing community asking for it as well. So, I mean, kudos to you guys, because without you guys, this probably wouldn't have been happening. But we are going to do a soft launch, I would say, of a paint correction competition at MTE.
Yeah, it's
That's
called
awesome.
like a beta test.
Yeah,
Yeah.
beta test. So we have some generalities that we want to talk about, but overall, like, this isn't going to be like what I really have envisioned for this competition. This is just to kind of get a feel of what is going to happen, what can we improve on, what can we take away, and mainly get a lot of feedback from the people who would like to participate in this. Um, I'm not so we're not going to charge people to participate in it this year.
Nope. I think it'll be completely free. And I think we should probably try it like Friday one way, get some feedback, and then adapt for Saturday.
Okay.
And just keep trying some different things. So we aren't exactly sure where this is going to end up and what people want. And then I think a lot of it's going to come down to how are we going to judge this fairly at the end of the day when we really do produce this competition.
Right.
So we're going to have to try a couple different things, get more people involved. We need lots of user testing. So, I mean, we're going to set you guys up somewhere where anyone walking by can hopefully try it out and figure out a couple different ways to pick tools and polishes. And do we need to have set things? Like, there's so many different variables here. We really need to consider some things and try it out before just fully committing and, letting egos then take over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
we have a question about the panels being worked on and being washed with two buckets and a grit guard. To answer that question a little bit more professionally, the hoods are going to be painted. They are being painted as we do this episode now. They're going to be painted black, and they're also going to have a special clear coat on it. It's mainly for show clear. So like cars that go to car shows, it's a very thick clear. I also have the paint guy going over all the hoods with the 1500 grit. So it's all even, and there's not going to be a spot in the hood that has a different defect than the other side or so have you. And the hoods are pretty massive. They're off a fucking Land Rover. So they're pretty big. So if we cut them in 4 sections is like what I'm really kind of think about, you're going to have a lot of fucking area to work on.
Yeah.
But most importantly, all the specimens are going to be exactly the same.
Yeah.
No matter what you get, it's going to be exactly identical.
Yeah. And the hoods are as flat as they can be. They don't really have any curves or anything to them, just a little like indentation. But overall, the hoods are flat and
Right.
pretty damn big.
So one of the things that we had talked about, I think last year or maybe in the lead up to SDC, because we were talking about trying to do this at SDC, was so let's say I come up and I'm like, hey, I wanna give my shot at it, right? So what kind of equipment and tools and things like that are you guys gonna have? I mean, am I gonna be able to pick whichever I'm comfortable with, what I like, or is it here's one machine, here's one pad, here's one compound or whatever? How are you guys gonna do that?
I think that's going to be a lot of the testing on this.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Because there's a couple different trains of thought here. We could have every manufacturer that makes a buffer at the show like put in theirs, and that could be like the user gets to pick that.
Yeah.
The way we do the Dental Olympics is you can bring your own tools if you want. So there's that train of thought too, but that gets a little harder. I have to bring my buffer to MTE and stuff, and then and my own polish compound. So I want to try a couple different things and see. We really need user feedback because at the end of the day, this isn't for me. This is never going to make money. Like you're going to get paid for helping with all this, but this is to enhance the show and give people a fun competition. So this is really for the detail community.
Oh, absolutely. So if you're at MTE and you think that you could give some solid feedback and you want to like throw down a little bit, make it fun too. I'll even throw down and we can see who gets the best finish. We'll make a little game out of it, you know, a game within a game. So if you're an MTE and
Yeah.
you want to have some fun, just stop by. I'm
Oh, I
not
love
sure
the
where the
side
booth.
bets. I love the side bets.
Yeah, dude. We can make the action dog. Bring the money. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
we'll call up Vegas and we'll get the
Yeah.
we'll get the
I'll
we'll
get
get
the
the
I'll get the
lines
odds on
going and
just the
everything.
line.
Yeah,
Get the
yeah.
odds going. I already
We'll
got
see what
one
the
person who's like definitely interested in doing it because I told him about it last week, and he's local in Florida. He's like, "Oh, dude, I really want to do that." I was like, "All right,
nice.
man, cool."
So now to kind of go back, like Sheldon, like you said, you know, you want to be able to work this to hopefully keep the egos out of it, you know, make sure people aren't flipping tables and everything. Do you guys have an idea of how judging will go, or how you guys will figure out, you know exactly, you know, how you're going to pick a win or second runner up? Or
We have an idea. Yeah, I mean, everything
okay,
starts with an idea. Everything starts with an idea,
right,
and then yes, we have an idea. But again, a lot of the stuff that I have written down from my vision is just very tentative. You know,
okay,
when I talked to Sheldon the first time about this, you know, I really had, you know, I was probably more scatterbrains than I am now. And
right,
he kind of, you know, put his input in it and kind of consolidated like a lot of the things that were, you know, everywhere. So, you know, I think doing this is going to be that last step to figure out how we can make this as fun as possible,
okay,
as even as possible. And, you know, each year we can improve on different things. So I'm pretty sure the Dental Olympics didn't start as smooth as they are now, you know. So,
Yeah.
you know, it's just getting out there and doing it and then just figuring it out along the way. So yeah, there is a judging system, but we'll see what that looks like after MTE weekend.
Yeah,
gotcha,
because at the end of the day, really, with the grit you're putting in, any detailer that's, you know, worth like
sure,
a profession
Yeah.
can get that out and make it perfect.
Hmm.
So I think there has to be a time element. What we have to figure
Hmm.
out is what is that like perfect time element where it's still hard, but there's still some variation at the end because it's impossible to judge when it's all perfect. So we
Right.
have
right.
to really play a bit to kind of find that right mix of fun, but not give someone an hour because that's boring to watch.
Yeah, it was funny because Greg called me to thank me for having him on the show a couple of weeks ago. He got a lot of feedback from it, and we were just kind of chit chatting. I was telling him about tonight's show and you know how we were going to talk about this competition. He's like, "Oh man," he's like, "You know, can we get some sandpaper in on it, or we rotary buffing it?" And I was like, "Nah, man, like it's going to be just more of like it'll already be kind of prepped and you know it'll just be kind of like you know we'll have enough to that everybody can, I'm guessing, be comfortable with machines, pads, compounds, or polishes to be able to you know get their stuff out." And he's like, "Dude, that's awesome, man, that's pretty cool." He's like, "I'm gonna have to come to MTE one year then."
Well, here's the beauty of it too. Like paint correction has so many different levels and aspects to it. Like there's 900 ways to skin a cat, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So a part of my vision is like expanding that competition to something maybe like wet sanding or you know more in depth or make it like you know rotary only and see how good you can finish with a rotary because you know some people find that challenging more than others. So like
Yeah,
that's the beauty of this competition. It has so many possibilities to grow in different ways.
Yeah,
nice.
absolutely. I'm really excited about this. You know, I've wanted to do this ever since we took over the show 7 years ago, whatever it was. This has been like, all right, Dental Olympics has something, detail needs it, and then there's so many people you talk to, like, nope, it's going to be egos. Nope, there are going to be fights, and anyone that's in the industry realizes that is probably true. So we just have to make sure we make it as fair as possible, consistent as possible, and that's why I love doing this kind of beta test first, so
Yeah,
that we get as much feedback as possible before just launching it and saying this is it. Don't fight.
right. And that's what I think is pretty good, right? Because you guys can beta test it and you can go, okay, cool, here's our feedback, let's go to it next year. And then if somebody did do it next year and pissed and moaned and complained about it, you could be like, look, dude, you should have been here last year then and gave us some feedback on
Yeah.
it. You know, we
Yeah.
everybody who came in and did this. And I also think it's kind of cool because you are doing it first year. as a test run, I think you might get more people interested to actually give it a try than maybe would be willing to actually lay money down on the line, right? Like everybody will try something because it's free. Not everybody's going to do something because it costs them money, right? So you might actually get a ton of feedback off this, which would be really good. And then you can kind of hopefully cover all the bases before going into next year with it as a full-on competition.
Yeah. Some people just can't do competitions either. We've had people sign up for the Dent Olympics, get in there, see the dent, get their tools, and literally just drop it and like walk away. Like, nope.
Yeah.
I can't have people watch me do this. Like
Yeah.
literally just keep my money, can't do it.
Damn.
Yeah. Well,
Damn.
and and I mean, one of my previous businesses was running a skate shop, and it's kind of very similar. There's a lot of professional skaters that all they do is competition series because that's how they make their money. And then there's a lot of them who don't do good at competitions, and they're actually out filming video parts, and then they make their money because they do some crazy video part or something, and then that's how they're selling boards and shoes. So you're right. There's going to be some people who the competition side of it is going to be perfect for them, and they want all eyes on them, in the spotlight, the heat of the moment kind of thing or whatever. And then there's going to be people that are like, nope, that's not for me, and I'll just keep doing it in my shop and whatever. So I think
that's
you're right.
fine. If the competition is not for you and you still have like input, dude, I would love to hear it. I'm sure Sheldon would too.
Oh yeah, I mean, that's why we want this to be for the industry. Yeah. That's why we're doing it. So when we started hearing egos are going to be such a big problem, we're trying to come up with like a fun competition. Like, can you polish a urinal? Can you polish a cucumber? Like, nah, that's just stupid. Like, no, like let's do like I really want. If we're going to do this, I want to do it right.
Yeah.
But it needs the right people and just the right testing, I think. So I'm really excited. And I hope everyone
knows. You said polishing a cucumber and you're in Vegas. You're not at the AVN Awards, are you, by any chance?
Good God, man. How do you know that's going on right now, Alex?
I don't.
You got that live stream next to you over there?
There's just taking a stab in the dark. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, you got it in the background. Yeah. I need to know who this person is. Please, you need to announce yourself. Hey, Tad, and hey, Skip, hey, Captain, whoever that is, man.
Oh, that's probably Randy's guys, or no, that's probably Sheldon's guys, because Sheldon shared his stuff. So
I'm like, who is this person?
Yeah, that's Sheldon shared to the MTE pages and stuff. So
hey, well, welcome to the madness.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, man, I'm excited for this. I know, Jason's been talking about it for years now, and Sheldon.
Alex said he's going to be number one. Yo, hold on. All right, here we go.
Hang on.
Okay. How about me and Alex go one-on-one?
Oh yeah.
And y'all can put your money on who's going to do the better job.
Oh, I love this. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the line? Is the line even? Who's a better detailer?
I don't know.
I'm better at interiors. I'll tell you that.
I mean, as long as we're not polishing rockers, I should be all right.
Oh man, it's hard. It's hard being an influencer nowadays, man. It really is.
Yeah.
Being called a fucking groupie.
All right, let's. That was last week. Let's not.
Sorry.
But no, like I said, I'm excited for this because ever since Sheldon, we've had you on. Jason's been kind of asking you for this, and it was always kind of like, I don't know, like, not sure about it, like, whatever. And so I'm glad, like, when you finally kind of came to us and I think it was after last year, because you said that you got a lot of detailers kind of really hitting you up for it and saying like, when's our time? When are we going to do it? Kind of thing. So, yeah, so I'm glad Jason, you picked Jason to kind of help be a part of this. And, since it was kind of his vision and, wanting to do something like that anyways. So, yeah, man, I'm excited. It should be fun.
Oh, yeah.
I'm excited to see who all shows up and actually all these shit talkers online, see how they actually do. Because I might just carry my little handheld light around and go check some panels.
No,
Oh,
at the end, I
shit.
mean, that's what's great. You know, there is a lot of, I'll just say drama in our community in the
Yeah.
detail side.
Yeah.
And, you know, if you really want to throw down and see who can paint correct better, come try
Yeah.
it. Let's make that a competition where we get the beast settled and I don't have to deal with security.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You just
Solve
get in
it on the
ring.
hood.
Yeah, get in
Yeah,
the ring and
there we
solve it on the hood. Exactly.
That's the
Oh, I
new
love that
hashtag.
marketing campaign for it.
Solve it on the hood, baby.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
I love that. I hope my marketing guy's watching right now. We're going to use that.
I hope so
Yeah.
too. I hope
Yeah.
so too.
You ever think about maybe doing it as a bracket system? Like,
Yeah,
when
I mean,
you
the
really
nice
get
thing about
into it?
these hoods is we can get as many as needed. I mean, it's just money at the end of the day there. Dental Olympics has its own problems with having to bring cars in. You know, we rent them. We
Yeah.
have to be consistent cars. We put the dents in them. We have to take them out so we can return them and not get yelled at by certain rental car
Yeah.
companies. But this, like, you know, with the hood, we can have as many. If this blows up, we can have a huge area and have like a sweet bracket system. I
Yeah.
love the side bets. I'm not exactly sure how I can make that happen, but you know, I know Randy's watching right now. Like, it'd be cool to get something involved for charity, though. We might be able to pull that off.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
No, yeah, that would be cool. And realistically, with the hoods, I mean, even after you get them polished out, I mean, you could always just take
You can
one
scuff 'em
somewhere.
back up.
Yeah, take
Yeah.
it somewhere and
And
re-scuff
that's,
it
you know,
around.
that's something I want to make sure we like try in our beta to make sure that doesn't affect it, because I think it's easy to say that, but then that's where people get salty after, like, no, mine, like, I had to repolish one.
Yeah.
It was
Look,
not right. It was not the
This
same.
is perfect for all you paint gauge nerds. Bring them shits. Bring your gloss meters, you fucking dipshits. I don't give a fuck, dude. Bring them all. We want to test everything. I want to test how glossy it is after. I want to test that fucking clear coat and see how deep we can go. So bring all that shit. I know y'all motherfuckers be carrying it in your back pocket.
Well, I know Kosher will be there, right? I'm sure.
Yeah,
we
yo,
can get,
let's go, Sean.
I'm sure we can get Sean to you know, at least have one gauge for us to use, maybe a couple or
And
something
then
like
that's
that.
good marketing for him. He can fucking sell them.
Yeah. And then I'm sure somebody there will have some kind of gloss meter or gloss gauge or something, maybe.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
could
one guy was telling me, he's like, "Oh, I have a little computer programmer that you can scan it and it'll tell you which one's the best." It's like,
Oh shit.
Cool. Yeah, let's try it, but I've seen the one that in the PDR world, and it's not. So,
yeah. All right, we'll see. But yeah, no, it sounds like a good time. So if this all go Chris Woolman, stop, man. I'm trying to do a decent podcast here. Yeah, see. So if this, you know, obviously goes off the way that you guys want to do it, like, is there like, so like, then what's the next step for next year? I mean, is it just like, okay, we've got the formula, we know how we're gonna do it, then like, how does it go from there? I mean, are you guys gonna have to get together and come up with like entrance fees, like prizes, like, you know, awards and stuff like that?
yeah. I mean, that'll be all the next steps, and the biggest thing will be figuring out: do we do, you know, just 16 to start? Do we do it bigger? And we really need to make sure we don't overscale it, and then end up being disappointed that we didn't think of something. So I think starting beta is great. Start small scale, 16 or something like that. And then I think for us, the hardest decision is going to be the product and, you know, buffer and stuff you can use. So that's, I really want all that user feedback. So if you can't tell, I'm a huge data nerd at the end of the day. So like analytics and stuff run my life. So I just want this stuff to see that this is probably the good answer and let's go with it, but then do a small scale, and then eventually let's grow the hell out of this. And like I said, it's never going to be a profit center or anything like that for MTE. It's for the community. So
right. But if it could hopefully turn out to be something good, and, you know, the thing that people want to come and, you know, just lay it on the line, or, you know, leave it on the hood or whatever you said, Bruno, you know, I would imagine the Dent Olympics must, you know, get people like, hey, I've got to go back next, you know. I mean, it's the same thing with us in the Golden Mike, right? Like, we're going to keep hounding everybody until we win it. And then winning it one time isn't going to be enough for us, right? Like we're going to have to try and be
I
like,
was going to say, so like if you win
3 times.
this year, you're just never going to come back.
Right. You know,
Like
so,
drop out.
Yeah. So I mean, so again, like, you know, if somebody were to win it next year, you know, when you guys do it, then, you know, it's almost like they'd have to come back to, you know, to defend their title. And then you're going to get people that are like, oh man, I was so close last year. Like I've got it dialed in this year, you know, so I think it would kind of bring more people into MTE, you know, maybe not, again, like you said, be a huge profit center, but I think it definitely would.
Yeah, that'll never be the purpose, but it keeps people sticking around, which is good for the vendors because, you know, by the end of the day, you might have had a couple beers and then you do buy that polisher you were looking at earlier.
Yeah.
So there's definitely, it's all positives about it as long as we can keep the drama out.
Look, bring your egos and turn that into like a competitive nature. Turn it into that and use it towards that. Like if you lose, hey, you know, use that ego and turn it into something competitive and be like, I'm gonna be back next year.
Yeah, exactly.
And as Kyle just said on the chat there, you know, experience brackets, that is a great way to expand. You know, if you're under 5 years or something, or what, I mean, I don't even know if the PDR guys know this yet. This is probably the first time I've ever said this. At the Den Olympics, we're going to start making like a master series. So if you've placed like top 3, we're going to start a bracket just for those people. So, you know, it brings them back. It should be a tighter competition. So there's a lot of different ways we can go with this as we grow it.
Nice.
I like that idea. See? Expansion, bro. Expansion.
Exactly.
I sound like a terrible salesman right now trying to sell a franchise.
Exactly. Well, listen, Sheldon, we know you got to go and get another expo going together.
Yeah, I got to get the AVN awards going.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we got to get that going.
Actually, you got to go find a charger for your computer, right?
That's true.
So yeah, man, we're looking forward to seeing you in a couple of weeks. We're excited for this. I know Bruno is too, and you know, hopefully, you know, wish both of you guys, you know, that it works out great. And so yeah, man, we'll
and yeah, I mean, come if you're on site, come by and see it. I'll set up a way to collect feedback, probably like an online forum type thing, and then we'll have stuff there. But everyone can always drop me an email, sheldon@mobiletechexpo.com. But I will try to find a way to curate all the feedback we get.
Do we have a set location yet? Or is that just
no, because my sales guy sold another booth where I thought I was going to go. So
okay.
Well, there'll definitely be a spot. It's just
we'll be somewhere. Yeah, exactly. All right, buddy. Well, we'll talk to you soon. We'll take a commercial break and we'll be back with Randy Hobson.
Have a great night.
Detailer knows what a detailer wants. Aquatech is a company founded by detailers for detailers.
Aquatech Coatings is a company that was founded on the frustrations that we all face as professional detailers. And that is why we set out to build a company that eliminates those frustrations, to provide excellent customer service, quality products, reliability, efficiency, products that check all the boxes as professional detailers we need and we want.
Find out why so many detailers around the world are loving the Aquatech difference. Join our team today at aquatechcoatings.com.
All right, and we're back now with Randy Hobson. How you doing, buddy? We were just talking to you last week. If anybody was,
how you guys doing?
Jumping on, we're good, man. Dude, I'm gonna apologize. I forget.
What is that?
I forget what you were coming on to talk about.
The fishing trip.
I know. Well, yeah, but we already did a fishing trip one. No, he was gonna do something else. He wanted to talk about something else leading up to MT, and I completely.
The foundation.
Foundation. That's right.
The foundation. The foundation is the most important thing about all this. And I heard Sheldon just say that maybe you guys could throw this detailing thing and kind of get it involved as a fundraiser for the foundation too.
Yeah.
I made some notes as you guys were chatting. That was pretty good. But I was hoping that Sheldon would still be on here with us, because I was going to ask him that I know you guys' numbers suck, according to listening to you guys all the time. And if there's any way we can just buy this trophy just to get you guys taken care of.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, man. Fuck, dude.
It it's not the same if we had to buy one, because otherwise I'd have just went and bought one. Like the whole shelf back here would be like with trophies on it. Nobody would know that I didn't win them somewhere, right? But it's not the same.
I hope you guys get it. I voted for you guys, and
Well, thank you.
You know, I know you guys have worked really, really hard for it. So
yeah. Hopefully this is our year. Fingers crossed.
I think this competition that you guys have, this paint correction competition, is going to be huge. I think it's great. I'm glad to see you guys are putting that together.
Yeah, it's
I
it's
do have
about
one
time.
question.
Yeah.
Listening to it, why wouldn't you just use factory hoods that have OEM paints on them?
Because I need to make it as fair as possible, down to the minute detail. With how everybody is in this industry, like, you know, it's just, I want to eliminate any kind of complaint that somebody could have. Not that I'm afraid of it, but like complaints like that just annoy the shit out of me. Oh, my hood wasn't the same, or the paint was thinner, or oh, he had this and I had that.
Yeah.
Like I don't put up with that shit. I don't want to hear that shit. So I'm eliminating that shit.
There you go. That was just one of my questions. Listening to you guys talk about it, I can see how painting them all one color, and
plus it would be hard to get like a brand new OEM hood painted. So then you go like, oh, well, this one had more defects in it than this one. You know, it's not even the paint thickness, because even if you could match all the same style of hoods, all the same kind of paints, but maybe, you know, one car went through the car wash 500 more times than the other hood went through the car wash, kind of thing. So yeah.
There's a fucking paint expert in the detailing industry, so don't let nobody tell you anything else.
Yeah.
But my other thought was why don't you just have each one of the manufacturers, polishes and polishers, offer a loaner so that you can go borrow it to go over there. That's what the PDR side does.
That's what we're gonna try to do this time with the the beta. And if it works out in the beta, then we might just keep doing that, because that's one of the biggest things that we're trying to really come across is like, okay, do we want to give them a variety, or do we want to just bring in one company, one supplier, or do we want them to bring their own shit? It's like one of the biggest challenges that we're gonna have to really think about when we do the beta, and when we look at all the feedback that we can get.
Well, I know one of the things that Sheldon said last time we talked about it was, he would, almost kind of have to play fair. And so if there's 5 tool manufacturers, he'd have to at least offer like, hey, if you guys want to put a tool, and then if somebody wants to use it or not, or whatever, right? Because if we just had the one, then somebody would be like, oh, well, how come you didn't ask us for our tool? So he really wants to, especially like on the tool side of it, he wants to try to involve everybody. I think on the compound and polishing side, or the pad side, I think it's whoever probably would just want to donate some stuff to it. I mean, he would probably ask but the only problem with that too is there's so many different compounds and polishes and pads. Like you'd have you'd have tables and tables and tables full of that stuff, where at least with machines, you might have 5 different companies, you might have 10 different machines or whatever.
Yeah,
but the detailer can use his choice of polishes and compounds, correct?
Yeah, I know originally we kind of thought about just or at least I know my suggestion to Jason was just get a heavy cut, get a medium cut, and get a polish, put them in, unlabeled bottles or something. But then, of course, whoever was donating it would want their, name, like, we're the official, whatever of.
Hey, just do the same thing as those fishing jerseys and just do them all up with whoever the polisher is and the guy that's performing, get it all decked out on shirts and have them sponsor them.
Yeah.
A lot to think about there. I think it's going to be pretty cool. And I imagine the guys that win and whatever polishes they use, I mean, that's some big bucks for
it's the perfect marketing.
Yeah.
If you're a detail manufacturer right now and you catch this episode, think about the marketing opportunities you could have. They're endless. I'm telling you, this I'm gonna reiterate. I sound like a shitty salesman. It's so much expansion, so much
You're on it.
opportunities out the fucking ass.
Cam just got reported for saying he's gonna fight you, Jason, on Facebook.
See, that's what happens when you mess with a blue check, homie. That's what happens when you mess with a blue check.
Don't mess with the beard.
Yeah.
Oh, too good. The other thing I was going to tell you guys too, real quick about that, it's not a competition without a good fight. We've had a few of them on the PDR side. It just adds life to it.
Like fist fights?
Oh yeah.
No shit.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
No shit.
It's not over the competition. It's been over other things. But yeah,
Yeah.
there's been some fights over the years.
Okay.
And,
That's
look,
crazy.
we're real competitive. I mean, so are detailers. I mean, we're a lot alike, and we're kind of come from the same apple.
Yeah.
To be honest, So, yeah, I think that's pretty cool. All that stuff. I was just making notes as you guys were doing it, and we've got 3. I can tell you right now, we have 3 events coming up next year that we're going to be talking about at the awards night on Thursday night at 5:30 Thursday night for the awards banquet at MTE. One is going to be, of
hang
course,
on a second. We should have had Sheldon for this.
Yep.
So is it Thursday night is the award? Because usually the awards banquet is Friday after the show. So
no, they're doing something. Yeah, they're having a powwow Friday night too, but no, the awards banquet is Thursday night. So
I have to remember I have to be there Thursday night then.
Thursday night at 5:30.
It's a little strange because like Thursday's education day. Not everybody shows up that day.
Yeah.
Well, I've verified it a few times, and
that's crazy. All right. Okay.
So yeah, Thursday night at 5:30, we're going to be announcing, of course, the bass tournament. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about the foundation. We're going to talk about 2 other events that we're bringing up. I'll tell you one right now is going to be a golf tournament. We've already had a golf tournament there, and Susan Lechtenberg from the PDR side has headed that up for years, and she is actually coming aboard with hers, and we're going to be joining that. It's going to be part of the fundraiser too, and this is the first time we've announced that. So whoever's watching that, now you'll know that that's one of them. We're going to have another competition coming in next year. And all the funds that come into this is going to be for this foundation that I keep on talking about. The foundation is not just for PDR guys. That's what's great about this. It's about detailers, windshield repair, interior repair, PDR guys. It's about our entire community, and all this money is going to come together from all of our sponsors and all the people that are attending events and helping us raise money. And the money will go out. 100% of the money will go out to technicians in need. So we have a lot of needs we still need for this. So if anybody's excellent at building websites, we need help there. And we want a really awesome website, something that people can go on, and make donations or whatever. We're working on a silent auction right now that will be released that Thursday night. And we're already getting donations from that. And so for all the detailers that are watching, the aviation course, Hernandez, sorry, help me out, guys.
Yeah,
Josh, thank you. Josh Hernandez is donating a $2,500 package to get certified to detail aircraft. That's going to be a huge deal. I believe that's going to be in September. So you got plenty of time to make plans to get certified in that. One of the biggest things in business is you've got to plan ahead. You'll never be successful if you don't set long range goals. And that's a perfect long range goal for a lot of guys. Just to have that underneath their belt and get certified. Another thing is Ding King. They're one of the larger companies that train for paintless dent repair. They're donating an $8,000 2-week course. It's going to be out in Costa Mesa, California. That's 2 weeks of learning paintless dent repair with Lee Roth and his team out there. So that's all going to be up for grabs at the silent auction. We got so many more products coming. I can't even tell you all of them, but every day we're getting more and more donations for that.
That's awesome. So I want you to explain to people what a silent auction is, so we don't have some detailers who show up and maybe pull a Joey from Friends and think it's a guess the price. And if they get the price right, they win it.
So
you're actually bidding.
Yeah. Okay. So the silent auction is set up like this. You'll go online, you'll set up your account, and you'll go through all the lists to see what you want to bid on. You bid on it. If you get outbid, we have it set up where to send you an email saying, hey, you've been outbid. Then of course you're going to bid it up a little bit more. And that's the way the silent auction is going to go. It starts at MTE and it's going to finish on March 17th, I believe, at midnight or whatever time. So we're going to have about, I don't know, what is that, 3 weeks roughly, that you'll have your time to get in there bid.
Should be almost 6 weeks because you'd have all of February.
Oh, I'm sorry, February. Yes, you're right.
And
it should be 6 weeks.
Half of March, yeah.
Yep. So it's going to be 6 weeks. During that time, we're going to be adding more donations, and it will actually build up and build up. So, yeah, that's how it works. It's an online auction. We'll be advertising it everywhere, and all that money will go to help this foundation actually get its start. Our goal is that we'll be able to start helping technicians in need all across the community or all across the industry by next year. That's our goal.
Nice. Now, if people just want to, make a donation or something like that, I mean, I know it might not be set up yet, but I mean, are you guys going to have it set up where if somebody just, hey, I've got an extra $5 or whatever, let me go and, let me donate $5 to this industry? Because, I mean, ultimately, at the end of the day, the way that you're trying to set it up, from the way it sounds like to me, is, this is one of those things, like, you could put $5 in it today, and next year you might be like, hey guys, I need some help, and this is my situation. And then the foundation is, not giving you your $5 back. They're giving you a lot back to help you with whatever your situation may be. Am I correct on that?
You're absolutely correct. But you don't have to give to it at this stage. I mean, we're still writing all the bylaws, but it doesn't look like you have to give to it to be able to receive.
Well, yeah. But I'm just saying, like, that is.
I'm sure it would probably be a nice gesture to know that this has been a regular donator or something like that.
Right.
But I don't think that's how we're setting this up in any manner. We want to be fair for people. And honestly, look, there's going to be an online application that a technician would have to fill out to go in front of a board. We'll have a board for PDR. We'll have a board for detailers. Because look, let's face it, I'm from the PDR side. I don't know all the technicians on the detail side, but guys like you and guys like the people that's been on your side for years and years have a better knowledge of those people, know who are the stand-up guys and so forth. But really why we're doing this is it needs to be governed a little bit more versus just starting all these GoFundMe pages. I've heard on the detail side, there's been a couple times that detailers have been taken by GoFundMe. We know it has on the PDR side, and we just want to make sure that it's legit. Now, we're not saying don't do a GoFundMe page for somebody, because there's only so much we can do. Our goal is to help somebody out for 3 months or 6 months with their living expenses. This isn't going to be something where they're going to hand over $25,000. We're going to see if that, somebody has 6 homes, rental homes, and if they got $100,000 in the bank and, et cetera, that's probably not going to be approved for financial assistance.
Right.
So, we're going to be smart with it. Yeah, I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, definitely.
So, and the good thing too is that as soon as we're just coming up to the start line. Okay, we haven't even crossed over the start line yet. I meet with my attorney on all this, putting everything together next week, and I'm doing everything on my business account right now, and then my accountant's just kind of keeping track of every single little thing. The fishing event is a $25,000 event. That's what it's costing us to put that on. It's pretty much a break even, but what it's done is it's allowed us to grab some attention on the PDR side and the detail side. They're all going to come together. We have 100 people fishing. And then again, at Mobile Tech, we'll have more attention there. And it's a great way to start everything. And I know that next year we'll be able to make that more of a profitable event where we're going to be able to donate the funds for there, as well as a golf event and a couple other things we're going to do.
Yeah, I think that's awesome. I think that adding the golf event will be pretty cool, because maybe some of the people who might not, be interested in fishing or, maybe being on a boat or something like that, but would love to golf, especially coming down here to Orlando, right? I mean, you throw a rock and hit a golf course,
Yeah.
and almost in any direction, so I think that's kind of a cool thing too.
And we need people to volunteer for that. This year I've, just to get this thing off and going, I've kind of had to do pretty much 99% of everything, and that's okay. But at least I know how the bass tournament will go this year. Next year we'll have the golf too with Susan, and she's done this for years. But we want to get volunteers for her to kind of run it the same way we're going to do the bass tournament. We want to have this thing. We want to have drones in the sky doing videotaping of the bass tournament, which we will this year, as well as we're going to go boat to boat and do interviews. But we want the same thing on the golf side too. We want that really to bring in a lot of detail side as well.
Awesome. Sheldon did just confirm. Yes, you're right. It is Thursday night. They're doing the awards. So
okay, good.
I'm glad you did say something about it, because I was planning on Friday night, but now I guess I'll be staying there Thursday night, and then we'll see if I come back on Friday.
Yeah. Oh man, Alex will be crushed. Everybody.
No, I won't.
Yes, he will.
Nah.
Yes, he will, man.
Nah. I'll just complain about it a lot, but I won't be crushed. I'm not gonna be like Dallas Cowboy fans.
Oh,
too soon? Too soon?
Ooh,
that hurts.
Hey, too soon.
Hang on. Where's my cheesehead? There's my cheesehead.
I'm surprised you're not wearing it, man.
Yeah, I can't wear it with the headphones. Okay, so and in your doing the announcement of the foundation name and everything like that at MTE, correct?
That's
correct. Are you going to be doing that at the fishing tournament, or are you going to do it at MTV or MTE?
We have 100 people involved in the fishing tournament at the bass tournament. They will hear it first. That'd be Wednesday night, and or Wednesday afternoon. We'll tell all of them. And then Thursday night for everybody as we come together for that banquet, then we're going to announce it at that point.
Okay. If anybody wants to know early, you can cash at me. I know the name. I'll tell you. $5
Just
cash
put it
app.
towards a fundraiser. That's what we should do. Start selling it out, and then
right.
We'll sell the name to you so you know. But
yeah, So and then you're going to be doing some podcasting at MTE too? Yeah?
I have one show scheduled, I think Friday. I don't know exactly what time. I believe 11.
Okay.
Maybe 11 o'clock. I'm going to do one there.
Yeah.
I don't know who I'm going to even have or what I'm going to even talk about, but I'm sure I'll talk about MTE somehow.
Yeah.
I like grabbing my phone and just walking around and going booth to booth and interviewing people right there on the spot.
Can't you get in on the Dent Olympics? Be like, yo, ask these dudes questions as they're trying to take out dents. Like, hey, how's it going, man? Is this tough?
Yeah, stick a camera and microphone in their face as they're trying to get a dent out in a certain amount of time. And
fuck it, I can do that shit when I'm polishing a fucking hood. You know what? While I'm taking on Alex in one-on-one competition for paint correction, come interview me. I'll tell you how I'm spanking them.
Yeah.
I can I could actually do that. We have walked around in the Dental Olympics and done that a couple times. You really don't want to bother those guys. They have enough pressure on them. I mean, they're literally sweating like a dog. I mean, you're really not going to want to.
You're really not going to want to do that to Bruno, because he's going to have a lot of pressure on him with me, standing on his back as I'm correcting out paint perfect.
Oh, and he's burning the paint all over.
Bruno,
he's going right through that heavy clear.
Yeah, he ain't touched a buffer in probably like 2 years. So
it's like
I had this Nissan truck. I think it was yellow a couple years ago. It had one small scratch and a dent, a dime-sized dent, a tiny little dent on the back of the tailgate, and the guy just had to have it out. But it had a little scratch in it too. And I remember I took the dent out, but it had that scuff in it. I took a wheel to it just really lightly and went right through the paint. I couldn't believe it. Then it cost me $4 to paint it.
Nice. All right, Randy, you got anything else for us? If not,
no, I'm good, man.
We'll do a last commercial break, and we'll come back and wrap this up. And I look forward to seeing you in a couple of weeks, man. I got your jerseys yesterday, so they're sitting here.
You got my jersey?
I don't know if it's your jersey, but
No, I've got your jersey. We had to order more jerseys. People
Yeah.
wanted extra jerseys.
So I've got them here in the podcast room. So I know when I leave all my stuff to pack up, that's one of the things I'll grab. So looking forward to meeting you in person, sir. I
Yes, sir.
appreciate
You guys too.
appreciate you coming on and letting everybody know about the foundation and what you guys are trying to do. And it's not just for PDR. This is for, like you said, it's for the whole reconditioning, neighborhood, community, whatever.
It is.
So yeah, we'll do our last commercial break and we'll come back and wrap this up. Take care.
Real quick.
Yes, sir.
Quick, if I can do one thing real quick.
Yeah.
I want to thank both of you guys. You guys have been so supportive since I first started talking to you about this. You've had me on a couple times. You've came on to ours. I just want to tell you guys both, thank you so much. You guys have really been,
thank you, man.
You guys are terrific. And I really appreciate all the support.
Yeah. No, listen, we want to support where we're getting support from too, and that's the thing, it's, like we talked about earlier, there's a lot of egos in this industry and not a lot of people, helping each other up. So where we get it, we like to give it back. And you've been great to us since the first time you reached out to us about, trying to, promote this and everything. So yeah, anything we can do to help you out, man, we will do, and we appreciate vice versa.
Sounds good.
All right, buddy. Well, you have a great night, man. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks,
guys. Bye-bye.
Is your ultimate partner in automotive detailing. Elevate your detailing game with our premium microfiber towels and applicators, meticulously crafted for protection. Unleash the power of precision and achieve that showroom shine. Autofiber, where innovation meets immaculate finish. Upgrade your detailing experience today. Visit autofiber.com and use the code DSP for 10% off your order. The difference is in the details. All right, buddy. So you getting excited, man? You've been talking about this for 2.5 years or so now, and
I'm excited, but I'm nervous.
Right around the corner, man.
I'm excited but nervous, but it's like a good nerve, But dude, it seems like it's gonna be a fucking great weekend, man.
Dude, I think more people will be excited about it than will piss and moan about it, honestly. I mean, you're always gonna have the people that are gonna piss and moan about it. I mean, people who won't be there to actually experience it will probably piss and moan about it, all over social media. But I think it's a good thing. I think it's going to be awesome.
Got to start somewhere, man.
Exactly. So I want to let everybody know we'll have more details to come, but Thursday and Friday, July 11th and 12th, mark your calendars, save that date. We might have something really cool. Well, we do have something really cool coming up, but I'm just waiting to get all the final details before we can finally announce it. But
you want to give a hint, like a slight hint?
Nope.
Can you just think of the color red?
I can't.
No. Like,
I know.
Not so subtle. Like, think of the color red. That's all the hint that you can get.
That's fine.
Think of the color red.
You can say the color red. I've been told that I have to have a phone call to go over verbiage, what we're allowed to say, what we
that's
can't
fine.
say.
That's fine.
Market, how we can market it, and all that other fun stuff. So hopefully that'll be later this week or next week, and then we'll be. But July 11th and 12th, save that date on your calendar. You might want to do something those 2 days. So, all right, buddy. I don't have anything else. I gotta go check on the doggy, make sure he's okay. I didn't hear any crazy noises or anything while we were doing this. I hope he's good. Appreciate everybody listening. Please go like, share, follow, subscribe, hit that notification bell anywhere that you are listening to us. Yeah, and thank you. Have a great night, day, weekend, whatever you're listening to this. My name is Alex, and that's Not So Blackbeard. We'll see you soon. Bye.